Hey all, welcome to another video on combining those Stargazer tables for our prep work linear regression in RStudio. This is for chapter 7. So if you followed along with the video about using Stargazer to produce high quality tables in RStudio, I came back in to combine these as I said I would for this video I'm combining right now, but you might have noticed that there's a new link here and a little caveat that says it's actually easier if you've exported your Stargazer tables as HTML. Well, between when I made this video and this video now, I realized that if we're just trying to be fairly simple and copy and paste our tables into Word so that we can still edit them, exporting them at text is hard. You lose a lot of the formatting and will spend more time formatting than you will just changing your code so that your tables export as HTML. Apologies. But if you want to see the code that I used, you can use the step-by-step guide. And this walks you through example 7.1. And as you scroll down, you can see that I've changed my code as type to HTML and my output 7.1 summary statistics HTM. Same thing, regression output HTM. Then I do 7.4 and 7.5 because it uses the same data. I export it as HTM. Then I jump ahead to example 7.3. So you'll be able to see the code that I used. And then when you're done with that, you'll export them. That'll take you 5 minutes. And you'll find yourself here with me with a blank Word file that I've called MBA 610 Fall 25 Chapter 7 Prep Work. And then I've got my Finder open here, and I've got regression output, summary statistics, another regression output, and yet another regression output, all as HTML files. So how I'm going to get started with this is I'm going to use my style pane and give myself a couple of headings. So I'm going to give these headings for each example. Example 7.1. Table of summary statistics and regression output. I'm going to use that same style again here, and I'm going to say example, we're going to go 7.3, which is linear regression with quarterly dummy variables. And then we're going to do one more. Example 7.4 and 7.5 using goodness of fit measures to compare regression models. And then I'm just going to add a couple of spaces so that I've got some room to put my stuff. Whew, that was easy. Next step, let's start with our summary of our table of summary statistics, or our table of descriptive statistics. So I'm going to right click on my HTML file and I'm going to open it with Word. And then it's lovely, but if these get much bigger, they're going to run over the edge because it defaults us to 12-point font, and that's just too big. So I'm going to highlight everything using Command or Control A, and I'm going to change the font size to 9. Then I'm going to copy it, Command or Control C. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to use Command or Control V, and there is my nice little table of summary statistics. Okay, next up, example 7.1 regression output. Right click, open with, Microsoft Word, shrink it, Command A or Control A, size 9, Command or Control C, add another space, table of regression output. Boom. 7.1 is done. Now let's take a look at 7.3, linear regression with our quarterly dummy variables. 7.3, regression output HTM, open with Word. Highlight everything, set it to size 9, copy everything, paste it into our prep work. And then we're not going to allow it to occupy 2 pages. So we're going to insert a page break. If I was including text and descriptions in here, I would add my descriptions such that my tables all ended up on separate pages without white space, but alas. Now let's do the last example. Open with Word. Select everything and change the font size. Copy it. Come down here and paste. Again, it doesn't fit. So let's insert a page break. There we go, because I don't want my table to take up multiple pages. And now I'm going to save this. I'm going to go back. I'm going to close all of the other Word files that I used. I don't need to save any of them. And then this is the work that I'm going to upload, or that you'll upload for your prep work this week. And it should look very much like this. All right, have fun. Talk to you guys later.